In the previous session, we saw about the similarity. In this chapter, we saw the ratio of the areas of two triangles. But today, we learn about the basic proportionality theorem. That is in short BPT. Statement of this basic proportionality theorem is, if a line parallel to a side of a triangle, that means in this theorem first we have to draw the triangle. Is it correct? We have got the idea about that triangle. Then intersect the remaining sides in two different points. That means in triangle there are three sides. Out of these three sides, this parallel line intersects remaining two sides in two different points. Then the line divides the sides in the same proportion. That means out of these three sides, one side is parallel to that. We draw the intersecting line in two sides. See the diagram of that diagram is, first of all we draw triangle ABC. In this triangle ABC, line L intersect the two sides of the triangle in two different points, that is point P and point Q. Again, this line L is parallel to the side BC. From that statement we draw here the diagram. In this statement, first of all, we have, if a line parallel to a side of a triangle, that means here we draw the line L parallel to the side of the triangle, that is the side BC, and intersect the remaining sides in two different points. That is, line L is intersect the remaining two sides, that is side AB and side AC in points P and Q respectively. Okay. From this diagram, we write here the given. In triangle ABC, line L parallel to BC. See here, this line L is parallel to BC and line L intersects. This line intersect AB and AC in point P and Q respectively. So this is our given, and the line divides the sides in the same proportion. That means this line L divides the side AB and side AC in the same proportion. That means AP upon PB, which is equal to AQ upon QC. So we write the proof of that theorem is, so we write the, to prove here, AP upon PB, which is equal to AQ upon QC. Again, see this, we draw here the construction here. We draw here, we join these points P and Q, we got here the sec PC, and also we got the sec BQ, joining these red dotted lines in this figure. So we write the construction for that theorem is, draw sec PC and sec BQ. This is our construction. So we write the construction here. Construction is, draw sec PC and sec BQ. Okay? Here in triangle, we write here the proof. Proof of that triangle, proof of that theorem is, first of all, see the two triangles, triangle APQ and another triangle PQB. In these two triangles, observe this, we draw here the dotted line, green color dotted line. This is the height of for that two triangles. That means in triangle APQ, the green line is the height of that triangle, and triangle PQB is the obtuse triangle. So we draw the height for that triangle also, that is perpendicular height, and triangle for triangle APQ and triangle PQB. For that two triangle, this green line, dotted green line, shows the same height for these two triangles. That means here the height is equal for the two triangles. Then we saw in the last previous lecture property for that two triangles. When these height of that two triangles are equal, that means when the height of the two triangles are equal, then the ratio of the areas of two triangles, any two triangles, are proportional to their corresponding bases. That means we write here, see, in triangle APQ and triangle PQB have equal heights. Therefore, we write here ratios of area of two triangles, that is triangle, area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQB, which is equal to AP upon PB. This is the equation number first we take here, and give the reason to this equation number 1 is areas proportionate to bases. This is our equation number 1. Similarly, we can write the equation number 2 for these two triangles. For that, we draw here this is another perpendicular height for that triangle APQ, and also PQC. See, this is the another triangle PQC. This triangle is the obtuse triangle, and we draw here the blue dotted line, the height for the two triangles, that is triangle APQ and triangle PQC. Height is same, that is height is equal for these two triangles. So we can write here also therefore we can write here area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle, which triangle we take here? Triangle PQC. Area of triangle PQC, which is equal to both the triangles having equal height. Therefore, the ratio of areas of these two triangles is equal to their corresponding bases. Ratio of their corresponding bases, that is AQ upon QC. AQ upon QC. This is our equation number 2, and the same reason we have right here areas proportionate to bases. This is our second equation. Okay. In triangle PQB and another triangle PQC, in that two triangles, this seg PQ is the common base for that these two triangles. And see here, this PQ is parallel to this side BC, and in these two parallel lines, these triangles are lie between these two parallel lines. That means we studied in the previous standard the property for the parallel lines for two triangles. That is, if we draw two triangles between these two parallel lines, at that time these two triangles has equal heights. We use this property here. So we write here sec PQ is the common base for the triangle PQB and PQC, and PQ parallel to BC. Therefore, heights are same, bases are same. That means both ratios are equal. So we write here area of triangle PQB, which is equal to area of triangle PQC, because its heights and bases are equal. So the areas of these two triangles are equal. Understood? Okay. See here, sec PQ is the common base of triangle PQB and triangle PQC. Sec PQ parallel sec BC, that is this PQ parallel to sec BC. Hence, triangle PQB and another triangle PQC have equal heights. See here, for that two triangles PQB and triangle PQC, for that two triangles bases are equal and heights are equal, so their areas must be equal because their bases and heights are equal. So we can write here area of triangle PQB equal to area of triangle PQC, and this is our equation number second. Okay. From equation 1, 2 and 3, if we observe these three equations, we got the idea about. See here, area of triangle APQ, and here also area of triangle APQ. That means here numerator are equal, and from equation 3, observe area of triangle PQB and area of triangle PQC also equal. That means denominator of this equation 1 and 2 are also equal. That means numerator and denominator are equal. Then these two equations are equal. So we can write here from equation 1, 2 and 3, we write here area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQB, which is equal to area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQC. This is our, give the reason for that equation from equation 1, 2 and 3. We got this equation from equation 1, 2 and 3. But here, if we observe again equation 1 and 2, if LHS of this equation 1 and 2 are equal, then RHS must be equal. So we write here AP upon PB, which is equal to AQ upon QC. AQ upon QC. Here we got the proof of this theorem, that is BPT theorem. Don't remember, write the statement of this theorem in the examination. So we write here hence write all that statement, complete statement of this theorem, and this theorem may be asked in the examination for 4 marks. So this theorem is very, very important to our SSC board examination. Okay. This question was asked in the SSC board March examination 2020. In question number 2b, this is question number 1. See the diagram, students. In triangle PQR, NM is parallel to RQ, and PM we have given the values. Which values we have given here? PM equal to 15. This value PM equal to 15 and MQ equal to 10 and NR equal to 8. Then we have to find here PN. If we observe this diagram, we got the idea which theorem we use here. Which theorem we use here? Basic proportionality theorem. Just now I was studied. So we write the given first in triangle PQR NM parallel RQ, and therefore by using BPT theorem we write here, by using BPT we get Pn upon Nr equal to Pm upon Mq. We write here Pn upon Nr which is equal to Pm upon Mq. Pm upon Mq. And we have given values. We put in this equation. Pn remains as it is because we find the value of Pn. Nr equal to 8 which is equal to, again Pm, put the value of Pm. Pm equal to 15 and Mq equal to 10. Take here the cross multiplication, we get Pn into 10 which is equal to 8 into 15. Therefore 8 into 15 upon 10. We take here division. 5 2 is 10, 5 3 is 15. Again 2 1 is 2 and 2 4 is 8. We get here again 4 in this 4 into 3. 4 into 3 which is equal to 12. Therefore we get the value of Pn equal to 12. This is our correct answer. How to distribute these 2 marks in the SSC board examination? Such a type of examples. See, if we write reason with equation, with reason half marks, for the equation we got here 2 marks, and put the values in this theorem equation half marks, and for finding the correct and proper answer we got here half marks. This is the distribution of 2 marks in SSC board examination. Okay? Do you understand? It's very simple example and easy. These 2 marks always keeps in your pocket. See here how to distribute the 2 marks in the board examination. First, see, if we write the proper reason to this step, we got half marks, and for the correct equation by using theorem, for that we got here half marks. Okay? See, this is example number 2nd, which is asked in the SSC board March 2020 examination. Question number 3. In this question number 3, A, what was that question? Complete and write the following activity. We have to given here the activity in this examination on this topic BPT. See the figure. In the given figure, this figure was given in the paper. In the given figure, x is any point in the interior of the triangle. This is the x point, this x point which is interior part of this triangle. Then point x is joined to the vertices of the triangle. That means this x point is joined to the every vertices of each vertices of this triangle DEF. Again, sec PQ parallel sec DE. This sec PQ parallel to this side DE. Then sec QR. This sec QR parallel to sec EF, and complete the activity and prove that what we have here to complete the activity. Also we have to prove here the sec PR parallel to DF. That means this sec PR parallel to sec DF. How to write the proof? We have given activity, that means major part we have given here in the written form. We filling the blanks here only. See here in the triangle XDE. See in the figure triangle XDE, that means this triangle XDE, this triangle. In this triangle, this PQ is parallel to D. We have given here. So PQ parallel D we given here. Therefore, XP upon PD, that is this part. This XP upon PD, which is equal to here dotted line. We fill the blanks this upon QE by using BPT theorem. Which is the answer here? Which answer will correct here? See here, in this triangle XDE, this sec PQ parallel to sec DE. Then by using BPT theorem, we got here XP upon PD, which is equal to XQ upon QE. That means here, which answer is right? XQ. This answer is correct by using this BPT theorem. Okay, understood? Then next, in triangle XEF. See here, triangle, where is this triangle XEF? This is the triangle, this XEF, this triangle. In this triangle, this sec QR parallel to sec EF. We have given here sec QR parallel to EF given. Therefore, by using, we get here XQ upon dash dash. We get here XQ upon QE. 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 XQ upon QE, which is equal to XR upon dash dash. Instead of dash dash dash, we write here XR upon RF. This is our correct. Filling the blanks RF. But we all this write by which theorem? That is BPT theorem. We write here the reason for this step. This is basic proportionality. Basic proportionality theorem. This is equation number 2. Then from equation 1 and 2, we feel that filling the blanks here. From equation 1 and 2, see the carefully this equation number 1 and equation number 2. If XP upon PD, that means we get here XP upon PD, which is equal to, that means we observe this triangle. Which triangle? XPF. Sorry, XDF. XDF. In this triangle, from equation 1 and 2, that means by using BPT theorem, we got here XP upon PD, which is equal to XR upon RF. Therefore, here we got an answer XR upon RF from equation 1 and 2. Therefore, sec PR parallel sec DF by the converse of BPT theorem. Understood? For every filling the blanks, here we got half marks. For this correct filling the blanks, we got here half marks. And for this filling the blanks, we got here half marks. Also this filling the blanks, we got here half marks. And finally, for these two filling the blanks, proper correct answer, we got here half marks. That means total question asked in the SSC board examination for how many marks? 3 marks. Okay, understood? Is it easy? This type of questions are very easy. See carefully this example. If one filling the blanks is wrong, there will be half mark cut. So, write the correct and proper filling the blanks in this blanks. Okay. If you like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Do subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. If you have any doubts, write them down in the comments section below.